So you spend a lot of time and effort on your embroidery project, but when it was finished, it was a little bit disappointing. Your fabric was kind of puckered, your thread was frayed, and you thought maybe embroidery is not right for you. Well, here's the thing that most beginner embroidery guides skip. Sometimes messy embroidery is not about your stitching techniques. It's about your materials not working together. So today I'm going to share 3 simple tips that you might not have heard of that will give you an instant improvement in your hand stitching. Welcome to Epida Studio. My name is Elizabeth and I help you make beautiful things with quilting, pojagi, and embroidery. So the first thing that you need to be aware of when you're starting an embroidery project is your fabric and your thread have to work together. And when you hear it, it seems obvious, but when you're starting, sometimes you don't know what fabric and thread works together. If you have a thread that's too heavy for your fabric, it's going to pull the weave and distort it when you're stitching. And if your thread's too light for the fabric, you might not even see your stitching. And so I have a couple examples here. So on this one, this is a medium weight cotton fabric, so it's not super light. And this weight of fabric works with a lot of kind of threads. But here we can see a really lightweight thread and you can clearly see that stitching line. But this heavier weight thread, I can tell already, even from these few stitches, that they are really pulling at the fabric. And if I continue stitching with this, the fabric wouldn't be able to support it, and it would really make holes in the fabric and it would really pull the grain and it would end up with a puckery result. There's just not enough to support the fabric. But if I use these same threads on heavy denim fabric, here we can see this heavy thread. It looks great on the fabric. It stands out and it's bold, and this fabric can support it because it's heavier. But this lightweight thread, it gets almost lost in the denim. I can hardly see it, even though it's a contrasting color. And so both of these threads are fine for stitching with, and both of these fabrics are fine for stitching with, but they just don't work together. You need to find the right combination. If you're using a thread like embroidery floss, which divides into 6 strands, then that is a really versatile thread because you can use the number of strands that you need. So if you're following a pattern, be sure to pay attention to the recommendations for how many strands to use. But if it's not looking right, then it's your project. Feel free to use more or less depending on how it's working for you. So think of this like writing with a permanent marker on tissue paper. It doesn't really work together well, and it's not that the paper's wrong or the marker's wrong, they just don't work well together. So getting a matching weight of fabric and thread is a good foundation, but even the perfect thread won't look right if you use the wrong needle. So the first thing with a needle is you have to pay attention to needle size. And needles come in all different sizes. And in this situation, when I'm talking about size, I'm talking about how thick a needle is. Some are really thin and some are pretty wide. And you need to use the right needle size for your thread. And for a thinner thread, use a thinner needle, thicker thread, thicker needle. So the job of your needle is to open the fabric and create a clear path for your thread to go through. So if you have a needle that's too small, if I was trying to use this needle and this thread, then I would make a little hole for the needle and then I'd have to be tugging to get the thread through because the needle's too small. However, if the needle is too large, if I had a large fat needle and a fine thread, then it would be leaving holes in your fabric because the hole made by the needle wouldn't be filled by the thread. So for a simple test, take the needle that you're thinking of using and the thread you're thinking of using and pull that through your fabric. If you find resistance on the thread and you really have to pull, then go up a needle size. If it pulls through too easily and there's a hole left in your fabric, then go down a size. So when you're buying embroidery needles, buy a pack that has a couple different sizes, and then it will make it easy to go up and down sizes as you need to. Now, if you're wondering what tools you actually need for embroidery, I do have a little booklet, and it will go through in details all the things that you need for hand embroidery. And I have a link below. You can get that for free, everything you need to start hand embroidery. Because when you get your needle, the size of the needle is one thing, but there are also different types of needles. So some needles are designed for stitching on fabric like this, doing surface embroidery. And so these needles have a sharp point because it's designed to stab through the fabric. But there are other needles sold, and they're sometimes also called embroidery needles, and they're designed for techniques like cross stitch, where the holes are already in your fabric. So they're not for stabbing your fabric, they're for just going through the holes that are already in your fabric. And so those are very different kinds of needles, and if you're using the wrong one, then you can run into problems. So tapestry needles, cross stitch needles, those type of needles don't have a sharp point on the end. They're kind of dull. So if you're using that on this kind of fabric, it can be effort to push the needle through. And then that can be frustrating because every time you're pushing it through, it's more work than you need to be doing, and it can result in a messy finish. You want a needle with a sharp point so it slides through easily. So not only the size of the needle, but also the type of needle can make a big difference. And check your needle if it has a burr or any kind of rough spot on it. Dispose of it and then get a new needle. You're going to be much happier if you're using the good proper materials. So those are the three foundational parts of embroidery: your fabric, your thread, and your needle. And when you get those three things working together, then your whole project is better. A lot of beginners assume that messy embroidery just means they need more practice. And that can be true. But sometimes it also means that your materials are working against you and not for you. So getting the right combination for your project will make a big difference. And if you're wondering what kind of embroidery thread you should use, then check out my next video. It has the 3 best threads for beginners.